Hello everyone. So today, I'm here to talk about this show called Monster Math. I've done at least 3 videos in the past about, the past week or so on this. This is my 3rd try on trying to do this video. I don't know if I'll actually ever post one that I really like. I did not like the second one. But I kind of like the first one, so I kept that one. If I don't post that one, then I'll post this one, but definitely not the second one, because I didn't like it. Anyways, I have a little bit more information than on my first video, so I obviously know it's a Canadian-American series, basically, that's for kids. And yeah, you see that there's really not anything wrong with it. In my first video, I think I went straight forward into explaining the entire series on what it is, basically. So it's about Max, Lily, and Goo, which I'm pretty sure you can tell which ones are Max, Lily, and Goo, because it should be kind of obvious. But just in case you don't know, Max, Lily, Goo. I know them because I watch this show with my younger sister on this channel named Cubo that plays older shows. I'm going to try to do maybe a video on Cubo because Cubo is kind of weird in its own way. But anyways, we're not going to get too far into that. Here's a few pictures of the series, and you can already, kind of see that there's not a lot here that's wrong. Well, maybe you do. Its first episode date, as it states, was November 12, 2012, which is kind of weird. 11/12/12. Okay, that's weird. The final episode date was 2006. It doesn't say what month or what day, which I don't know if that's any relevance to what I'm about to talk about anyways. But as far as I know, no one has made, a video about this, so I think I'm the first one to do it. I even looked it up on YouTube, and I didn't see any theories on this series, so obviously this series hasn't gone out to theorists. But I have quite a few theories on this kids show, and you'll see why. So I'm going to go through. They also have an online game. They have 2 seasons. I don't exactly know where the game is, because I don't think they have it on here. I think, nope, that's not it either. Look, see, they got it right here. So, they have a system that our school uses, our elementary school. Okay, yeah, I'm in high school, but the only reason I know that they use this system is because my younger sister is in elementary. And that's the sister that I watch this show with. And it always comes on, I think, every weekday. I'll have to study Cubo a little bit more on what specific stuff comes on every day, because it changes sometimes. Oh, okay, hold on a second. I'm sorry about that. So, as you can see, it's on Netflix. That's Cubo right here, which is one of the shows. They have a few other shows. Oh my god, I don't even care about that. So they have quite a few episodes, interesting, different characters that kind of look weird. Yeah, so I've basically given you a lot on the series in general. It ran for 4 years. I'm going to go back to this part right here. Oh, it won't go back up. Okay, anyways, this right here, episode guide, it has 2 seasons in all. And it has this many, and that, why does it do like that? Anyways, it has 50 episodes, obviously. Most of these I probably watched before at least once, because I watch Cubo almost all the time. I haven't watched it in a while. They have trailers and clips right here. They even have their own YouTube, which is what I'm going to show you in a little bit. These are the cast. I'm just going to go over everything that's, about the show first before I actually get into what my theory is. So this is all the stuff that you can watch it on, including Cubo. They don't have that on there because that's obviously not a paid thing that you gotta get on there. There's reviews here too. Why don't we just look at those? Oh my god! Someone actually noticed other than me. So this one says, I like how they teach math, but for me that show looks like I am in a world of horror. Okay guys, so we're going to look at some of these reviews because they seem interesting. I did not go through these in my first video, so if I do post this one, know that I did not go through the reviews in the first one. So, somebody's phone is ringing. I have no idea whose it is, but I don't know. Most of these are saying that it doesn't all... I don't know why it says that. So, all of them. So, right here, this is all of them right here. I'm very concerned about this one. So, this has something to do... I'm going to use this as an example for what I think. So, I'm going to show you guys a few images. If you guys look this up before I even get into the theory, I'm going to tell you that what you're going to see is kind of creepy, if you think about it. I don't really like to bash on younger kids shows because they're for younger kids, and they're not really supposed to be, there's some related stuff right here that I've watched all of these shows, except for this one, this one, this one. That one. Those are the ones that I haven't watched. But all the other ones I did anyways. If you guys get into it, I really don't like to bash on younger kid shows because they're for kids and they're not supposed to, be creepy. If there's any of these shows that you want me to do a video on, I will look into it because I don't usually do theories and stuff like that, but these shows are pretty unique. And I've watched most of them. Okay, that looks creepy. But I've watched a lot of these younger kid shows. And I can tell you that if something seems really off for some reason, I will be able to see it. Because I always notice those little things. Now, I didn't watch this show as a kid. Because obviously, even if I was young enough to watch it, I never got to watch the Monster Math Squad. I never watched that as a kid. Which is why whenever I started seeing this, and that I actually checked the date, that kind of surprised me. Because whenever I would see younger kid shows on this Cubo site, or channel, whatever you want to call it, they were mostly shows that were on other things that I watched as a kid, like Boomerang and Cartoon Network and stuff like that. But there's some shows that just don't go out there. And then later on, when people find them when they're over, they just become overly popular and they're kind of dead to the creator. So you're never going to see more of that in a sense. Hey, what are you doing? Why? It's fine.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
Okay, why are you coming up here?
I don't know.
Sorry about that. I was talking to my sister. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys a clip of the series. Well, actually, no. You know what? You know what I'm going to first do? I'm going to show you guys some pictures that I took. Well, I kind of just got off the internet. But anyways, hold on a second. Okay, so here is a picture that you guys probably saw in the overview. You guys will notice that the buildings and basically everything right here has eyes. Everything looks living. Then we're going to go to the next picture. I don't know how I spotted that in the background, but I did see it. If you want to come over here, you can come over here, little girl. I'm sorry, I'm talking to my cat. I'm not actually talking about a little girl. I'm talking about my cat. Because she's trying to jump on my lap, but she doesn't want to at the same time. And it's weird. But anyways, if you guys didn't notice, the monsters kind of look weird. But that's not what I'm going to talk about right here. Then they got this one, which is kind of creepy. Because on the inside of the building, everything is still alive. You noticed that, right? All right here. That's the mouth. The screen is the mouth. Oh, Chloe's coming out here. This is the mouth right here. That's just an eyeball, but whatever.
So what's the problem with it?
Oh my god, Chloe. Please don't interrupt me. This already happened twice.
I know, but I just want to know what the problem.
Sorry about that. I had to pause again. Okay. So you see here, this is their hideout or whatever you want to call it. It has these things right here. They also have a picture of them at the front with a library. I watched this episode where they went into the library. There's things right here that have that are alive. Sorry. I see this small eye looking in. You know, you see them and they're all looking over this way. In this picture, they're always staring at either the characters or just randomly staring at the screen at times. Okay, you guys see all this, right? So you see all the eyes right in this picture staring directly at the screen. Whenever the characters are looking at the screen, most of the time, the eyes do too. Now here, that picture's a little bit different. This one's also kind of different. This one explains a little bit, but I seen this eye over here as well, if you guys couldn't tell. So, I'm going to show you guys a clip. I went to their YouTube, and I'm going to put the video in the description if you guys want to see the full video, but I'm only going to show you guys a little bit of the video, because usually the episodes are at least 10 or 20 minutes long, in between there. Okay, I got past the intro here. So what I'm about to show you guys is a clip of it. Well, of course, I'm not going to show you the entire episode, because that would just be flat out sort of copyright. I'm only going to show you a few minutes, possibly, depending on what I see in the video. I watched this episode before, I believe, so if I talk during it, it's fine. Just really focus on the eyes, okay? In this scene right here, this is the end of the outro, the intro, whatever, and yeah. Okay, you can immediately see the creepiness here, okay? Can you?
Look, Lily, I beat you into the number one.
I'm number one. I'm number one. Woohoo! I'm number two. The scream screen always surprises you.
The scream screen. Somewhere in my here, there's a monster in need. And whenever a monster needs our care,
The Monster Mass Squad will be there.
I feel so stupid for watching this, but at the same time, this is the episode that I used the pictures from. 2 of them.
right,
Go away!
True.
Okay, now I'm going to... Actually, no, I'm going to keep going because there's something else creepy that happens in just a moment after this. Let's just fast forward to that place. Now watch. Watch this. Isn't that not creepy at all? Is this not creepy? Okay, now let's stop. And just recognize that this guy is, eating them. How do they get back in their house? How do they get back in their house? I don't see a door anywhere. I just see the mouth and the tongue. Sorry about that. I was just telling my sister to stop doing whatever she was doing. But anyways, how did they get in their house? For one. And for two, how are you okay with that? Living inside of an actual being. If you think about it, it's extremely creepy. Like, who would think of that? But I don't blame the creator for this, because this is a really, like, kids actually learn from shows like this, so I'm not going to bash too hard on the creator for this, because this is obviously not his fault trying to make it creepy, because it's obviously not, meant to matter, I guess. It's a kid's show, it shouldn't really matter. But of course, people like me and other people who do theories, they bash on kid shows. So, I have a theory that I've actually changed my theory from my last video, so my last two videos. So if I ever post my first one and in this one, I'm not going to post the second one because I kept messing up in it a lot. If I do post them like together, or if I just post this one, just know that I had a few theories that are not the same. So, I actually have a different theory for this. So what if the three monsters in the series are actually sort of schizophrenic? Okay, you guys are probably going to be like, oh, well, there's probably a lot of reasons not to think this. And there's probably a lot of reasons for me not to suggest this, because there's a lot of TV series where the main character or characters are thought to be schizophrenic, such as Coraline, and I don't remember what that other one is that I watched before. But if you think about it, look at all this stuff right here. Let's fast forward into right here, maybe. I'm just going to try to get it to play. I don't know if it's actually going to play. Okay, so look right here. Every single day, there's a new monster that has a different problem, and they're able to somehow solve it. Somehow. That's an easy answer. They just do the math, and they solve it. But I don't think that that's the only thing that's going on here. So, with this being right here and right here, they're constantly being watched. And with most schizophrenics, they see things, they think some of them, such as paranoid schizophrenics, they constantly think that they're being watched. And I think that at least one of these characters would be a paranoid schizophrenic, which would probably be Goo, since he's always sort of scared by everything. I mean, I can't really explain why I think this. I think I'm just going off of what I believe to be wrong with the show. I don't think it's exactly too wrong, because most people point out that there's wrong things about the show, and I don't really see a lot wrong with this show, but I'd have to watch it more to figure out what exactly I would see that was wrong with it. Obviously, they do have a YouTube account here that has been running since, let's go look, 2017. Okay, so that was after the series ended. So right here, they have some information for their series. Right here, you can see that they're obviously subscribed to other channels for some unknown reason. But most channels do that so they can get other series out there. They kind of help each other, you know. And I think that's good and all. But the fact about it is that most of these shows, okay, so yeah, I was talking about how it's creepy. And I'm going to go back to that comment that lady left that said it was like a horror movie. So, one of my theories is that what if Monster Math actually is a horror movie? Where, okay, you guys are about to be completely confused by what I'm about to say. So this goes off of my theory. This goes away from my theory of them being schizophrenic in general. That was a short theory that I could have just said flat out. The reasons are obvious. The evidence is there. But what if it's just a horror movie? Okay. Now, I'm about to confuse you, like I just said. But you see this right here? I'm going to go further into the... Wait, no, I don't want to do that. I'm actually going to back up somewhere. Why do I keep doing that? What? I want to let me... I want to do anything. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get to a point. You know what? I'm not even going to deal with this anymore. Hold on. Okay, so back to my idea on this actually being a horror movie. Okay. I want to explain this theory in the best way that I can so that you guys don't lose me and that you're not confused. Or that I don't lose you and that or I'm not confusing myself, basically. So, I believe that this is a horror movie for many reasons. Because, first of all, the series in general looks kind of creepy. I mean, the eyes on the chairs is creepy enough, and on the bookshelves, especially because they got horns and weird mouths and heads and stuff. That's just, not to mention they actually got teeth, so that's even creepier. Like, half these other items have mouths or don't even have a mouth or something. Gemini, are you gonna decide what you want to do? Are you gonna decide to jump on my lap or not? Okay, no, she's running downstairs. Okay, anyways. So, this is what I think. I think that these monsters are doing this math so the bigger monsters that they're... Wait, no, that's not what I was going to say. You know what? I have something better. Think about this. A horror slave movie. Okay, so you see all these monsters, right? You saw the house and everything else. So what if, at first... Okay, so you know how a horror movie starts out and they have the bigger beings who hunt down the smaller beings. That's what this would start out as. Their society's screwed up. The smaller beings are in bigger numbers, I'd say. And they're fighting off the, other monster things, whatever they're supposed to be. Maybe they're mutants, I don't freaking know. But anyways, what if eventually they made a deal and every day they do a different word problem, is what they would say. But that's not what they decided to do. That was not the only part of the deal. And the bigger monsters were transformed to be into slaves to do things that they didn't want to do. So, like, example, be a house. Does that make sense to anybody that they would enslave these monsters?
It doesn't make sense.
You can't argue with me. Anyways, so you see all these monsters doing all these other things. They're probably not even allowed to eat, which in this scenario right here would be devastating, and like it would be terrible because they have to have food in their mouth to hold and they wouldn't be able to eat. So it would be like terrible. I could not even imagine doing anything like that, but imagine that these monsters are enslaving these other monsters that originally maybe tried to eat them, but now they're paying the price for what they tried to do. Maybe they were murderers at one time. Like, maybe the houses were a bigger race of monsters like them, but they decided to, make a deal and they got tricked. Like, these monsters are obviously good at tricking people because of the problems that they solve. They're very smart, I believe. And I would believe that they would enslave other monsters for their bidding. I hope I'm not confusing you guys. Another theory that I would have is that actually they are constantly being watched because they're constantly being hunted. That is my second horror account there. That the reason why they do the monster math is to make the bigger monsters happy so they won't get eaten. Like, do you believe that? I don't think I really like that theory, but that's one of them. I don't have a lot of backstory on this series, so I can't really tell you if any of this stuff would be true. But I'm going to look some stuff up, and I'm going to try to do a follow-up video for this. Hopefully you guys are interested in it, and I think I'm the first one to do a video like this, so I'm happy. But if you guys want me to try to explain my theories further, I will try to do that whenever I can actually think straight of them. But anyway, see you guys in the next video, and I hope that you guys have a very nice day and that you like my theory. Well, theories. Thank you, and goodbye.